Plus, a WCCO radio personality passes away.
Good evening and welcome to Dark Star's Corner.
He could talk about anything in the world of sports, but horse racing was his passion. Dark Star, dead at the age of 66.
And what helps you
now, from Minnesota's most watched station, this is WCCO-4 News.
Thanks for joining us tonight. I'm Liz Collins.
And I'm Jason DeRusha. Frank and Amelia have the night off. A longtime Twin Cities broadcaster is dead tonight.
George Chappell, better known as former CCO radio host Dark Star, died today at his Minnetonka apartment. He was just 66 years old. Star was supposed to do a radio show this afternoon, but never showed up. Bill Hudson's been on the story since news first broke this afternoon and joins us with more. Certainly sad news tonight, Bill.
It certainly is, Liz. He was a fixture of Twin Cities radio and TV airwaves since 1986, talking about sports, people, and his first love, horse racing. But in recent days, close friends say that Star had been complaining of discomfort and generally just not feeling right. His closest friends became suspicious when he didn't make his Friday radio slot. Phone calls went unanswered. Their worst suspicions came true when they arrived at Dark Star's Minnetonka apartment.
Absolute devastation.
Radio announcer Paul Allen was among those in Star's inner circle, and he is taking the news hard.
Before K-Fan of the Vikings or anything, he just took me under his wing and was so instrumental in just so many different things in my life, and I love him. I'm devastated, and I still wish he was here.
Good evening and welcome to Dark Star's Corner.
George Chappell got his broadcast name from a 1953 Kentucky Derby winner. Listeners knew him as Dark Star when he began overnight radio for WCCO 25 years ago. Later, with his evening sports talk.
We miss him and we love him very much.
But it was here at Canterbury Park where the Dark Man felt most at home, handicapping and doing racing shows. Tonight, fans gave him a moment of silence.
In memory of Dark Star.
He was a huge basketball, baseball, all sports, but I bet if you asked him, he would say horse racing would be on top.
At the racetrack, Dark Star's press box seat now sits empty, like the feeling inside so many close friends.
He was a fixture out here.
Canterbury owner Randy Sampson says he was like family.
And we always talked about that being his living room up there, and he'd talk about getting his mail, having to get his mail delivered there because he was in the press box more than he was at home.
I just can't believe that when I go there tonight, he's not going to be sitting in that chair.
Now, we are told that there was just last week, there was this eerily prescient gathering where he called together 22 of his closest friends for a big dinner downtown, and in true Dark Star fashion, he picked up the tab. It really makes you wonder, Liz, if something was telling him his time was nearly up.
Yeah, when you heard that today, it just kind of gives you chills.
Sure does.
All right, Bill, thank you.
You bet.
We have seen an outpouring of support on Twitter tonight. Jordan wrote, "So sad to hear about Dark Star. I listened to him every night when I was growing up. He was so smart and funny." And in a reference to Dark's love of horse racing, David wrote, "He'll be asking for a form and a program the minute he gets to the next destination."